Before he became the global icon known as Burning Spear, Winston Rodney was just a young boy growing up in St. Ann's Bay, Jamaica, the same birthplace as Bob Marley. Born on March 1st, 1945, he recently celebrated his 80th birthday. But unlike many, his destiny wasn't just to make music, it was to ignite a movement. The name Burning Spear was not just a stage name, it was a symbol of strength, resistance, and African heritage, inspired by Jomo Kenyatta, the first president of independent Kenya. As a child, he listened to the songs of the Skaterlights and was inspired by Marcusgarvey's teachings of African unity. But did he know then that he'd one day become a prophet of reggae? The answer was waiting for him in Kingston's Studio One, where history was about to be written. Kindly subscribe as we dive in. The Breakthrough: How Marcus Garvey Changed Reggae Forever. In 1969, Burning Spear's deep meditative voice filled the airwaves with his first single, Door Peep Shall Not Enter. But it was his 1975 album, Marcus Garvey, that turned him into a legend. With powerful tracks like Slavery Days and Marcus Garvey, he wasn't just making music, he was educating the world about African history and oppression. This wasn't reggae for the sake of rhythm. This was a call to consciousness. His music spoke to the soul of the oppressed, earning him a devoted global following and cementing his status as a reggae revolutionary. Grammy wins and global recognition. Burning Spear's influence stretched far beyond Jamaica. His work earned him 2 Grammy Awards for Best Reggae Album. 1999. Calling Rastafari. 2008. Jah is Real. Even without mainstream media hype, he filled concert halls worldwide, from Europe to Africa, proving that reggae is a universal language of resistance and unity. Career path: a journey through decades of revolutionary music. Burning Spear's career has spanned over 5 decades, a testament to his ability to stay relevant while maintaining his core message of African liberation and Rastafarian spirituality. The Studio One era, 1969 to 1974. Burning Spear's earliest years in the music industry were shaped by legendary producer Clement Coxsone Dodd at Studio One, Jamaica's most important early reggae recording studio. His first recordings, including Door Peep Shall Not Enter, showcased his deeply meditative sound and roots-conscious lyricism. However, it was his self-titled debut album in 1973 that showed signs of his future greatness. Island Records and Global Recognition, 1975 to 1980. In 1975, Burning Spear took his career to new heights when he signed with Island Records. His Marcus Garvey album became a major success, and its dub counterpart, Garvey's Ghost, further cemented his international reputation. Tracks like The Invasion, Jordan River, and Tradition showcased his ability to blend deep roots rhythms with powerful storytelling. During this period, Burning Spear performed extensively in Europe and North America, gaining a global following among reggae lovers and activists who connected with his message of resistance and empowerment. Independence and the birth of Burning Spear Records, 1980 to 1990s. Feeling constrained by the record label system, Burning Spear made the bold move to become independent in the early 1980s. He launched Burning Spear Records, which allowed him to control his music and message. His albums Resistance, 1985, People of the World, 1986, and Mek We Dweet, 1990, were released under his own label, proving that an artist could thrive outside the mainstream system. This era saw some of his most beloved hits, including Columbus, which challenged the glorification of Christopher Columbus and called for a true understanding of African history. Reggae's elder statesman, 2000s to present. In the 2000s, Burning Spear continued to tour extensively while winning 2 Grammy Awards. Albums like Calling Rastafari and Jah Is Real showcased his ability to adapt to the changing reggae landscape while staying true to his message. Despite slowing down on touring in recent years, Burning Spear remains an active voice in reggae, occasionally making appearances and keeping his legacy alive through social activism and music education programs. Living the Rastafari way, a lifestyle rooted in humility and purpose. Unlike many celebrities, Burning Spear never embraced a flashy lifestyle. His belief in Rastafari and Ital living kept him grounded, focusing on spiritual wealth over material possessions. Homes. He has lived between Jamaica and New York, balancing the serenity of island life with the influence of global reggae culture. He owns a beautiful retreat in St. Anne's Bay, where he enjoys the peace of the Jamaican countryside. A residence in the United States, used when touring and recording abroad. Cars. Burning Spear prefers classic Land Rovers, perfect for traveling through the Jamaican countryside. His fleet includes a classic Range Rover, fitting for a reggae legend who values comfort and reliability. A vintage Mercedes-Benz, representing his timeless appeal and legacy, owning his music. In a time when labels controlled artists, he took charge, launching Burning Spear Records, ensuring his message stayed pure and untamed. Personal life. The man behind the music. For all his public influence, Burning Spear is a deeply private man. He has been happily married to Sonia Rodney, who has also been his manager. Information about his children is not widely publicized, reflecting his preference to keep his family life away from the spotlight. His life revolves around meditation, nature, and Ital food, reflecting his belief that what you consume affects the mind and soul. His signature dreadlocks aren't just a style, they're a spiritual commitment. Giving back, a silent force of change. Burning Spear's music itself is a form of philanthropy, educating millions about history, culture, and social justice. But beyond music, he has also been involved in youth music education programs, supporting young Jamaican artists, community development projects, providing aid to those in need, advocacy for African history and identity, encouraging people to learn about Garveyism and Rastafari. His song Columbus even became an educational tool, teaching young minds about true African history. His legacy isn't just in albums, it's in the minds he has awakened and the people he has uplifted. The legacy of a reggae warrior. Burning Spear may no longer be as active in touring, but his music remains immortal. His impact on reggae is immeasurable. He brought Marcusgarvey's message to the masses. He inspired generations of conscious reggae artists like Chronix, Damian Marley, and Protégé continue to draw inspiration from his work. He proved that reggae music could be a weapon of truth and change. His lyrics still ignite discussions about race, identity, and history, proving that real reggae never fades. It only grows stronger with time. The eternal fire of Burning Spear. Burning Spear's story isn't just about music. It's about a movement, a message, and a mission. From the rural hills of St. Anne's Bay to the global stage, he has proven that reggae isn't just a genre. It's a force of revolution and awakening. This is the story of Burning Spear, the legend, the revolutionary, the voice of the people. What's your favorite Burning Spear song? Drop a comment and let's celebrate this reggae legend. Kindly subscribe for more stories on reggae's greatest icons.